Hi, I'm James Holzhauer. Welcome to the 100th Celebrity Challenge on IntoBridge. Excited to play 5 boards with you here, and we'll see how you do against me. So, hand one, we already have a kind of an old school versus new school thing. We have a standard one club opener opposite us, and the old school would be bid your suits up the line, show these lovely diamonds in there, but the new school of thought is let's bypass the diamonds unless we have a game forcing hand. We need to find our major suit fits. Very important to get that across. So we'll just bid our one spade here. And partner gives us 3 spades, showing substantially more than a minimum. We just have a hand that wants to play 4 spades. We have some extras here. So we'll just bid it and hope to make it. No sense in introducing the diamonds now. We know what suit we want to play. You don't want to help the opponent's lead better or anything like that. Okay, so just looking at this, we have a potential loser in every suit. So we will hope find some ways to get rid of them on the way. All right, we already have our first decision point here. Well, it feels unlikely that defense is leading away from the king here, but on the other hand, we have the opportunity to establish a discard for our club, even if the king is offside here. The other thing to consider, this could easily be a singleton lead. Our left-hand opponent might have had the chance, not had the chance to bid 6 hearts to the king. But on the other hand, there's a lot of work to do on this hand. If we win the ace here and try to draw the trumps, now we're stuck with a lot of diamonds in our hand. The diamonds aren't established yet. We could easily end up losing another diamond trick in addition to our current losers. This is interesting. The only risk of playing low on the heart here is if it is a singleton. I guess there's another potential thing, which is that they could lead a club back, and now we have another decision point. We haven't established our club yet. So let's talk about how the hand is going to play out. We could win the ace here, and then we have a decision already. Draw trumps or lead the queen of diamonds and hope we see the king pop on our left, or we could just run the queen and hope the king was there. Now, I don't know how Leah plays. Often you would find players who win their cheapest honor on your right, and they would have played the king from ace-king, but, this is the kind of spot where you might be helping the declarer more than your partner by playing that way. It's a lot to figure out. Well, I'm going to try winning the ace and playing a diamond up, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, we do see the king on our left. This is good. So now we have another interesting spot. We want to do a lot of things here. We want to draw the trumps. We want to establish our queen of hearts or our jack of hearts to discard a club. And if we're drawing the trumps, we'd like to, play to the king and then finesse on the way back, but we don't necessarily have the time to do all that. Well, let's see. If we lose to the queen of spades on our right, they can't attack clubs from that direction, which is good. I think we do have the safety to make our best play to avoid a spade loser. If the trumps break 4-1, we could be in some serious trouble here. That 10 of spades is a bit ominous. Would the robot just play the 10 here from 10 doubleton or 10 third? Not sure. Let's talk about this. So if we played a spade to the ace and east follows, we can play the queen of hearts, and we'll just lose 1 trump, 1 heart, and the diamond we've already lost. If we play low to the jack of spades and it loses to the queen, then they can't really do anything terrible to harm us here. If we play a spade to the jack and it holds and East shows out, we're in some trouble. Is there anything we can do about that? I mean, we can play for the trumps to be 4-1 right from the go, but this could be dangerous in its own way. It's interesting. Robot could have really messed with us by dropping the 10 from just a random holding here. Also have the option of leading a heart here, and then if the trumps are really bad, we would have an extra heart winner and dummy, assuming they win the king of hearts on our left, which we think is very likely. That would give us more flexibility. I think I'm going to do that. Notice that if East roughs here, we have the 9 of spades that can over rough. Okay, well, possibly we could have done better here. Oh, 4 trumps on our right. That's interesting, but okay. Now we just can draw the last trump, play the ace of clubs, and rough a club to our hand, and we have the rest of the tricks. We might have had to take care here to take our tricks this way. It's an interesting 10 of spades play, though. Would not expect a human to come up with that. Okay, so let's see. We have a 13 count here. It's fairly standard 1 club opening. 3 spades on our right, and a double. So this should show a game-forcing hand. Probably has 4 hearts, and we have nothing better to do than show our heart support here. So partner has anything else to say? I don't. All right. Okay, so right off the bat here, we have a club loser. We have a potential spade loser, but there's certainly a decent chance here that with the 3 spade bid, West and East are going to be cut off from each other. Especially when you see this this king of spades lead from a solid sequence here, there's a good chance that West does not have an outside entry to the suit. So we might have the option to throw our spades away. Potential heart loser. So it looks like we're going to make, unless there's some unfortunate breaks. But anyway, it's normal to start by attempting to draw a couple rounds of trumps here. We might ordinarily try to finesse West for the queen of hearts, but queen third is a fairly unlikely holding on this auction. Okay, and now all there is to do, draw the last trump, get our clubs going. And hopefully, well, almost certainly East is going to have the ace of clubs here and won't be able to reach their partner in spades. Oh, well, aggressive 3 spade bid here. I suppose they're not vulnerable. Okay, and we just have the rest of the checks. Nothing we could have done to prevent them from taking their 2. Okay, here we have a balanced 15 count. So we open the obvious one, no trump. Partner has bid 3 diamonds. This looks like it is a puppet Damon bid. Okay, this is new to me, but anyway, let's see. We don't have a 5-card major. It looks like these bids would show a 5-card major, so we can do nothing more than bid 3 no. Huh, all right. Okay, well, let's see here. We have 2 diamonds on this lead, 2 spades, very likely 5 clubs, and hearts if we have time to establish it, but we probably, well, we might. If we can find, we can either play East for the queen or for the ace. We'll have 1 shot to establish it. Anyway, let's get our clubs rolling in the meantime. Oh, well, okay. Already running into problems. So this diamond discard is interesting from our left-hand opponents. This maybe they got discouraged by play of the suit. Well, let's look at our options here. So we could duck this trick, establish an extra club, and see what happens after that. We're surrendering some tempo by doing that. We could win, maybe play another round of clubs, hopefully catching a useful discard from West, and then attempt to get the hearts going and hope to solve that suit. But, you know, we are in a spot where we should only be able to make one heart trick. However, we do need to get it going. Well, I think that it can't hurt to take another club here and let them hopefully make a costly discard. So they're throwing a lot of diamonds here. This is very nice for us because really we want to not have that suit be a concern. So if we open up the hearts here, we actually run the risk of losing 3 heart tricks in addition to the club. That would prevent them from ever establishing a second diamond, though. So if we duck a club here, they can come back. Even if they come back a diamond, that would at worst give them 2 winners in the suit. If they come back a spade, then we have to worry about getting our heart trick. But we can't accomplish everything we want to do here, I don't think. Anyway, we need to get our extra club trick going. Throw a heart, that's good to see. Is there any reason to play the 10 here? Let's see, if they're leading low from Queen Jack, it would get us a trick. Otherwise, there's nothing to be gained by it, and might be surrendering a valuable tempo. I might duck the second round of spades to try and isolate the hands from each other, but so you also have the matter of discarding on the last club. Maybe this diamond is pretty worthless at this point for that purpose. I think we don't want them to have time to establish an extra winner in another suit. Now it's an interesting. They've thrown 3 diamonds on our left. Now we might have the opportunity to squeeze an extra winner by keeping the 10 of diamonds. Meantime, we have a fairly useless looking 10 of spades here. Although, well, let's see. So if we keep the diamond, it keeps a threat against West, forcing them to keep both the king and queen. Keeping the spade would only be useful to allow us to duck and maybe keep the hands from communicating with each other. Let's see. Well, hopefully we're going to guess the hearts right. And if we guess them wrong, then we would duck a spade, and yeah, if they're 4-3, I think it makes sense to throw a diamond here. No. Okay. This turned out well. And let's see, is there any hope of an end play here? There could be if East has 2 hearts. And is there another thing we ask ourselves, is there any risk to playing the king of spades and another spade here? And that would be if lefty came down to the stiff ace of hearts, which is pretty unlikely. But also, you know, is East good enough to throw the queen of spades here? Probably. Like, the robot can see the end play coming. Well, anyway, it can't cost us to play the king here. And right, he does pitch the queen. So if Righty had the queen jack of spades all along, we probably have an end play on them here. Against that, let's see, lefty could have 2 spades and a diamond left and no hearts. Very unlikely, but well, let's go for it. No, lefty does have the jack. Okay, and we're gonna win the heart in the end, make the same tricks we would have. So this is a good play by East here, throwing the queen of spades. They can see if they don't do that, we play another spade, and they're stuck leading away from the queen of hearts, and we get an extra trick in the end. One to remember when you're on defense in that spot. Okay, so it's going two spades, check, check to us. We have a balanced 14 count. It does have a spade stopper. This is the kind of spot where it's a more favorable situation. We might come in, but this is a very tenuous spade stop. We have a 14 count. We're vulnerable. I think that's passing is the percentage play here, but you might convince me that I'm wrong. All right. Get the jack of diamonds lead. We're of course going to win our ace here. Now we stop and think. So let's see. It's fairly unlikely we have any more tricks coming in diamonds. This layout. I'm going to establish a club or two, some number of hearts. So let's see. If declarer has 3 clubs and they started with 2 diamonds, it might very well make sense for us to try and establish a second club trick here. Against that, we're in a spot where if declarer has, say, queen jack third of hearts, we need to get a heart ruff established before it gets too late in the proceedings. Could it cost us to lead a club? If declarer has ace 10 third of clubs, it could cost us a trick to open up that suit. A bit of weak 2 vulnerable. There's possibility that they have side ace for sure. And let's think. Gonna cost us our tempos. If we play the ace of hearts and another heart, and declare has the king of hearts, they still would, I think, allow us to attack the clubs later. You know, if declare has a club discard coming on the diamond, they'll still be able to get there with the king of clubs. So I think the hearts have the most urgency here. Declare does have the king. Okay. Is there any reason for us to ruff here? The 4-3 obviously isn't going to promote anything. The king can't, can't promote a trick we can't get anyway, right? If partner has the ace or the queen, we're entitled to the same number of tricks either way from that, I think. Is there any risk in throwing a diamond here? Let's see. Declare had 3, 3, 1. So if shouldn't be any risk in this, right? Well, let's see. Declare started with 2 diamonds. They can play up to the king ruff, and then the king of clubs can get them back there. So a risk in throwing a club. If they started with 3 clubs, no. Wait, if declare 6-3-2-2, they just have winners there anyway. Okay, we can throw a diamond, no cost. Okay, and so you can see here, coming in with 2 no trump would have been fairly dangerous. They have 5 spade winners and got to get in on a club and possibly win more tricks than that. So fraught with peril. Okay, next hand. Partner opens a club. We have a normal 1 spade response. Okay, so we have an opening hand opposite an opening hand, and I believe it's, let's say, yeah, okay, so this would be a 2-way new minor forcing, showing partner we have a game going hand, asking them to support our spades if they have them, and they do. Okay, maybe it's a 1-way new minor forcing, I guess. But anyway, partner showing us spade support, and we have a hand that looks like a play bet on a suit contract, so let's go for it. Okay. Looking at loser in clubs, loser in spades, probable loser in hearts. Anyway, we might as well get getting the trumps out. Queen is a very interesting card. So it feels like it would be strange to play the queen from anything other than queen singleton or queen jack doubleton here. And we have a restricted choice situation where, you know, it becomes a 2-to-1 thing that if we assume that this play would only happen from queen jack doubleton or queen singleton, if they had the queen jack doubleton, they might drop the jack instead. So it's 2-to-1 more likely. This will be on this way, and they do have the jack. Okay. All right, so we just jump here. And let's see. So it's frustrating trump position, but the percentages were on our side. So let's talk about here. We should be in a spot where even if the king of hearts is onside, we can still have a loser in that suit. But if the king of hearts and the ace of clubs are both onside, then we can establish a discard for our third heart, but we must lead the club first because we lose our entry. If we play the queen of hearts and they cover, we have no way to get back to the board, even if the king of clubs is a winner. Okay. All right. Thank you for joining me. I hope you had a fun challenge. Feel free to leave some comments below if you think there's anything we could have done differently here. And best of luck at the tables.